First of all, there was not one sex garage. There were many sex garages every Saturday night. It was a place where gays and lesbians could meet. And we weren't allowed in straight bars. We were allowed to be ourselves in straight bars. And lesbians were not allowed in gay bars, and gay men were not allowed in lesbian bars. So we did that. That particular night, I was with friends. We were going ourselves. I was there last Saturday night. I'm bored. At 4 o'clock in the morning, the phone rang, and they said, "Can you get us lawyers? There's 8 people in prison from a raid on the party." Well, raids and gay parties were common then, and beating up gays and mocking them that was normal, and we lived that all the time. I was already an AIDS activist. Many of the people at the party were from ACT UP, but I was not a gay activist. I didn't believe in gay liberation. I thought that gay liberation would come with the revolution. The revolution never came, but we didn't have any choice. It just took off all by itself. You know, within 48 hours of the raid on Sex Garage, we had formed Lesbians and Gays Against Violence, and we spent years picketing things that the police were doing and objecting to them. Then the gay murders started, and in no time, within 3 years, we had public audiences. What was the attitude of the police towards the gay and lesbian community at the time? It was extremely negative. They treated us like rubbish. We were treated the same way that they treat people when there's no cameras around. We were regularly beaten, particularly difficult for the lesbians. When their bars were raided, the way the women were treated was just disgusting. Macho stupidity, and of course they really needed to have sex with a man, so that with them, the cops, so that they would understand what sex was. For the gays, we were treated as being a bunch of sissies and whatnot, regardless of what kind of men they were. Everybody was just accused of being a sissy, and vulgar jests and whatnot were quite common. I mean, this kind of thing, and false masturbation. It was disgusting. We were treated like shit. Well, everything changed, actually. It was 25 years ago, and at that point, we had nothing. We had no recognition, no rights, nothing. We were not considered as full citizens. We were considered as pariahs, at best, or as social deviants and sexual deviants. We were treated very poorly by society in general. In 25 years, we've been through hearings at the Human Rights Commission where everything was explained to the public about what had happened to us and what had been going on for the last 1,500 or 1,800 years to the gay community. Then we started the battle for marriage because we wanted to have full legal equality and to guarantee that we could protect our children. We do have children, you know. And that started 8 years after Sex Garage. And 14 years after Sex Garage, Rennie and I were married, and that was the end of that. We had full legal status, and there are surely little problems, and there's discrimination. People don't like homosexuals. That's too bad. We have our full rights, and we're recognized as full human beings and members of society. Thanks to Sex Garage, thanks to the way the community reacted after Sex Garage. It was men and women working together. It was French and English working together. It was quite an interesting period in our lives.